Alright, hopefully everyone's having a good one. Gonna be doing some more Fortnitemares gameplay. And I did have a couple questions to ask you guys, but I'll go through the main intro first. Go to here. But hopefully you guys having a good one. As always, I appreciate it. If you guys use supported credit code in the Fortnite item shop, it's going to be Jeffrey with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. You could also use that to find me on all other platforms. I do stream on TikTok as well. So hopefully you guys having a good one. Other than that, yeah, it's going to be another stream for today. I know that a lot of people have been coming in, asking to join, all that kind of stuff. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by. I know that eventually at some point I will be adding a lot of different people. I will be doing some customs and stuff like that. So I do have a supported credit code. It's going to be Jeffrey with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. Appreciate if you guys use that in the item shop and Epic Games store. Yes, you could also use that for the Epic Games store. So anything that you do purchase through there, it does help me out. But yeah, just starting everything off, noticing that the stream is working. Just wait for a couple people to pop up. But it's gonna be pretty crazy. I know that. I mean, I'm trying to make sure that I start at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Doesn't always work out that way, but you know, sometimes it does. I know that everyone's weekday did start. So we should see how everything works out. I know that I have been seeing a very big like uptick in you know, viewership. So hopefully you guys are still dropping by. Let's see here. I know that usually a lot of times it is kind of interesting to see kind of like how the viewership works out and how that all works, you know? Like people will end up seeing my stream and then some people don't, and it's kind of interesting to see how all that works out. But appreciate it if you guys hit that notification bell to be notified every time I go live. It does help out. So if you guys want to end up being in my stream, anything of that sort, it does go a long way. As of lately, I have been posting a little bit longer short clips and stuff like that, so I've just been trying to, you know, let you guys know that there are certain things in the shop and stuff like that. I'm going to start getting back to shorter clips, so like usually 15 seconds, stuff like that. So should be pretty interesting. Valerie, welcome in. What is it? What is that supposed to mean? Is that a phone number? I'm going to be playing the Werewolf Dire skin. I am almost finished with the OG pass. Very close. Just finishing the last 3. And then after that, I'll be able to work on to the music pass. Yo, kid, I appreciate you subscribing. Always appreciated. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Alright. Let's see. So the shop, I think they did bring back the OG. This hasn't been in the shop for 7 years. So these are the OG backpacks. That's kind of like the one thing that I guess we can kind of talk about there. It is pretty interesting to see that they're bringing a lot of the OG stuff into the shop and kind of just like giving people the opportunity to purchase all this stuff. This one's not too bad. I think it's alright. There's definitely a couple of skins that, you know, this would work with. I mean, I'm basically getting all the OG stuff anyways, so I'll probably equip that one. The other ones don't really match with them. This one hardly matches. It kind of just matches his main and stuff like that. So And I think the Anima skin is actually pretty cool. I do kind of, like they got the whole little like skeleton thing. This definitely reminds me of, what is it? What are you putting the numbers for? What is that supposed to mean? What skin is it? I'm trying to remember. There's a certain skin that it reminds me of. What is his name? J Balvin. Yeah. So like, if I go here, put Balvin. Where's that? Yeah. It reminds me of this one. And there is another skin that it has in here. There's actually, so there's 3 here, but there's technically 4 J Balvin skins, which honestly is pretty crazy, like considering. Montana, welcome in. Hi. Jason, welcome in. How's everyone's day or night going, or morning, depending on where you are? I know they're bringing a lot of things in. They barely brought this back. So like, I think it was last year during this time they brought this in, and I think they left it in the shop. Like, they definitely left it in way longer than they're having it in now. And I think the reason why they're getting rid of it is because they're gonna have a whole bunch of other skins that they're gonna drop, and they'll probably drop. So like on this one, they do have, what skin is it? It's the violet skin. There is a male version of this, and so that's probably what they're going to be doing, is dropping the other bundle. I forgot what it's, I think it's like the Reckoning pack, because this one's the Ultimate Reckoning, and then they'll be dropping the other one. So still got to finish the ranked reload stuff. I'll probably do that outside of, because I am trying to get, where is it at? If I go to it, I'm trying to get that ranked reload quest done. So I'm trying to get the spooky stroll. I only need a couple more kills. So let's see who else is on. Connor is definitely one of the first people that I've started playing with on here. Outside of the people that I know, like actually in person. Like, he was one of the first people. And then it is pretty interesting to see like a lot of other people coming in and just going from where they first originally were. Let's see here. Yeah. You guys excited for Wednesday Adams to be hitting the shop? I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I think they're also dropping in the new V-Bucks system. And I think that's supposed to drop tomorrow. So basically, it's kind of like any V-Bucks that you may be missing. Like, there's been plenty of times where it's happened to everybody. If you spent enough V-Bucks, it's happened to you at least once. And it's basically, you're going and you're trying to buy something, but like you're like 50 V-Bucks short, right? And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? And it's basically a little tactic that they use, and I'm surprised that they didn't get sued for that stuff. But it's pretty much, now you could basically buy the amount of V-Bucks. Like, if you're 50 V-Bucks short, they have an option for 50 V-Bucks, and you can be able to, get it, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Kind of feeling like, I'm hoping my movement is appropriately done. Let's see. I'm going to use that here. could have. There's a lot of shots going on over here. Boom. Oh, okay. You guys came with. I see that. Oh, no. I'm grabbing that. About to just take all these people out. I wonder where their teammates at. Nah, you gotta revive us, dude. Come on, man. That's what it was. He just revived all of them. Yeah, he just revived all of them. And they're coming in hot. They are coming in hot. Come on, man. I've been doing all the work over here, dude. Let's go. Finally, bro. Jeez. That's crazy, bro. I was doing all the work. I was putting in the work, bro. I carried, bro. I wonder if they're gonna stay. Nah. They ain't gonna stay. They ain't gonna stay. I carried on that one. That was crazy. Alright. Yeah, so they did update the way that it looks. I think this was the original way that it looked. I presume. I only started playing in Chapter 3, so I wasn't really around during that time. But I think it's kind of the design that it used to be. But they're going to have the extra ones pop up, so it'll be like 50 V-Bucks instead of like 1,000. I think it'll probably, obviously it'll be cheaper. You know, so instead of you having to splurge on getting like 1,000 V-Bucks, you only need 50. There might even be like an option when you're like in the shop. Like, so like, let me go to one that I don't have. So like this one, for instance, you know, since it's 300 and I would need, or, yeah, it's just based off of that. Say if I had like 250, right? They'll probably have it where, you know, when I try to go to it, it'll prompt me into here and it'll show me like which option I can go with in order to be able to do that. Yeah, because usually it's just the least amount that you would ever technically be able to not have would be like 50. So I think they're just going to probably add like an extra option for 50. Guaranteed that they're going to do that. I don't know if they would maybe even have like an extra option, like if you needed like an extra 200 or extra 250, and they'll give you like the extra option for like 250, 100, whatever the case. But we'll see. I mean, they have been talking about it for quite a while. It's definitely 50 V-Bucks is going to be an option. I would presume that they're going to have the option for even like up to like 900 V-Bucks if you needed that much. And it'll probably be like, realistically, the way that Fortnite's been going, I'm pretty sure they're going to base it off of having like maybe like $1 off of, you know, like 100 or whatever. So it realistically would be more beneficial if you were going to be spending more V-Bucks to technically get this option, you know, because if it's going to be 900 and you know, it's kind of how food works and gas and basically anything that you purchase, it's all the same type of concept. So Cindy, hi, welcome in. Let me see here. So there was like another option, and I think I'm going to do it after the stream, but I am going to have an activity bar that'll kind of like show who's subscribed and all that kind of stuff. So I did have it up, but then I was noticing that I was having like frames were dropping and stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure that my streams work, you know, up to par and stuff like that. Christian, welcome in. And I still have to figure out how to get TikTok notification up on the screen so I don't have to keep looking down. It's kind of hard, you know. I could probably pull up the TikTok stream and kind of put it up like over here where the main chat is. But, you know, just kind of doing what I can do and just go from there. But they do have new locations, and it's kind of like where we were just at. Let's see. So this skin's already been out. This one's out. The only ones that we're really waiting for is this one right here. Got the Peely skin and got this one over here. So just 3 more, I guess, like quote unquote original skins that we're waiting on. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you got the Jen Ortega. So you got, or Wednesday Adams. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got Jason coming out, and there is supposed to be a Jason. Where's that? It's supposed to be on the 16th, I think. Yeah, so it's Jason Haunted option. Top 500. Everyone's going to be gunning for this, you know. So it's the 16th. So today's the 13th. Yeah, so it's going to be 3 days from now. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to play it. But, I mean, yeah, it would, if I was to play it, it would end up being like one of the first tournament type of cups or whatever that I would play in that would be on PC. I would definitely do a lot better. I think it's going to be builds, though, and you need a duo. Yeah, I really don't have too many people that would play duos in tournaments specifically. So the only ones that I've ever had tournament-wise was always somebody for like for the umbrellas and stuff like that. Which I got this season's ranked umbrella, which I think, yeah, it shows this. And I got this one. I got it like right away, you know. I did end up having Unreal right away, and then they did. And I had Unreal. What I've been doing and what a lot of people should do, especially like if you don't want to spend too much time, or if you don't even have enough time, it would be recommended when you're doing to get like Unreal for 2 seasons in a row. I definitely recommend like going and doing reload. So you do reload towards the end of, like, say for instance you do it, if you wanted to be Unreal in this season and next season, it's recommended to, like, say if you didn't get it for this season yet, it's recommended to do it at the end of the season. So, like, give yourself, I don't know, depending on how good you are. You know, me, I've done from, like, bronze to Unreal within, I think it was, like, 2 days. Legit 2 days. Like, it was a reset, and I did it within 2 days. And I was still working a lot, so it's not as if I spent, like, 48 hours doing it, you know. I mean, I'm good enough that I even went as far as it was an Unreal match, and I had never gotten Pacifist. So, like, when you get Pacifist in a Battle Royale game, it's basically you did no damage to anybody. You didn't shoot anybody or anything like that. What I did is when they had the shockwaves, I was in Unreal lobby, and it was builds. So, like, you know, I was playing with my controller, and I decided to go and was able to literally, like, it was the last person. I built up, they built up, I went down to the bottom, I shockwaved up, knocked them back with the shockwave, and they went into the storm, and because there were so many builds, it blocked them from getting back, and I guess they didn't have any heals, and I got a pacifist win with that. So it is pretty interesting to be able to utilize and do all that kind of stuff. So I was actually, you know, I was very surprised that I was able to get, you know, and that was the first time I ever got a pacifist win, you know. I do have that on my console saved. So at some point, I think, like, towards when I'm going to possibly, like, unload, because I do have about 500 gigs of storage just on content creation on my PS5. So there's probably going to be, like, maybe like an 8-hour stream where I'll just go through, like, all the things that I've played and done, and kind of just, like, showcase a lot of the different things. But it is pretty cool, you know, that I was able to accomplish that and do that. So there was recently somebody that I was like, I had saw, I think it was on TikTok, and I noticed that they do play PC, but they had, like, an issue where their game was, like, freezing or whatnot. But I did notice that most of their gameplay, or whatever the case, let's get rid of that one. Yeah, most of their gameplay was, like, shoddy, but, like, I don't know, they were like, oh, I'm having lag issues. I was like, yeah, I mean, the main reason why you're having lag issues is because of the fact that you have the highest settings, you know. Grab that one. They legit had the highest settings, and I'm like, well, you know, if you were to go and turn down the settings that you have, you'll be able to, and their game froze is what happened. So I was just, like, explaining to them, or trying to at least. Grab that one. That, you know, if they just utilize the performance mode, they turn that off, they'll be able to do so much more. Actually, probably best to grab that one, and then grab that. You don't want to leave one of the teammates behind. Yeah, so that's going to be the real team that we got to face down there. That is 100% going to be the real team. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. Oh, I would've got them on that one. Let's go. Damn. I would have had, that would have been my kill, honestly. Yeah. You see what I'm saying though? Because yesterday I was explaining to you guys how it's just crazy because literally yesterday the same time, it was maybe like possibly an hour difference, but literally the same time, I'm no joke, it was just cheater after cheater after cheater, and now I just got 2 dubs in a row. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's literally, I was right. It literally showed you right there that like they do ban waves. You know, regardless of like whether or not they showed up on my screen, whether, you know, they banned them because of me. So I have a feeling the reason why some people don't see a ban wave or like a ban on somebody is most probably going to be because of the fact that like that person that you reported, like say if someone reported them before you, I'm pretty positive that that person that reported them before you did, that person will get the notification and you won't. So even if like you both died to the same person in the same match, they're going to be the ones that yeah, they're going to be the ones that get the notification and you won't, you know. So it's definitely something that I noticed that they tend to do, you know. So I'm really loving that I'm finally able to utilize my Stream Deck. I had tried to before. Welcome, Road. Welcome in. I had tried to do it before, but it didn't really work because I was trying to utilize it on my Mac Mini, which is only has like an i3 in there. Honestly, I was surprised that I even got it to work. You know, when it comes to that, just I mean, Mac computers are good, but I was just thoroughly surprised that I was able to get it, you know, to work as good as I did. I don't know what's going on with the chat for some reason. I guess like I probably have to update like a driver, because I noticed that people are saying stuff. It's just the fact that like it's glitched out for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Go right over here. Da, da, da. What? I didn't try to do that. I guess I did it anyways. Would have been nice if the other teammates would have came with. There's really not much when it comes to just all this. It's probably, I don't know. This definitely is a better. Grab that one. I definitely want that and that. Ah, boy. There. That's what I'm trying to do. Mercy, welcome in, welcome in. Alright. Oh. Oh. Definitely want to grab that. Where'd it go? That's not it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You got this. Yes! Let's go. Let's go, bro. Oh, my God. I am hungry. I am starving. I'm eating these crowns like it's nothing. Oh, I want it. I want it for you. Let's go. Try to win this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but I do have to fix, I guess, the chat. It's all messed up. 40 Ibra. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing today, Cindy? Alright. This is kind of the wrap that I was waiting to get. Wanting to get. Nah, you're welcome. Challenge to do in splits. In blitz map, you mean? What is going on with this chat? Maybe is it the font size? Yeah, I think it was the font size. That is kind of weird that that was the issue that I was having. Good, you've been doing good. I mean, so what I do need to do is I do have like stuff like Twitch and whatnot. What I do need to do is I do need to add more. I do have challenge options on there. So like if you watch me on Twitch long enough, you can like use bullets, or not even bullets. What is it, like your whatever you've accumulated, and you can use that towards that. All right, you're just gonna give it to me right now, man. What is this challenge? Legendary weapons? Come on, that's a little too hard on that one. I don't even think they really have too many legendary weapons that even come out. Yeah, I mean, they really don't have too many legendary weapons that come out. If I was in a standard match, then I'd probably be able to do that. Yeah, because Blitz, that would just set me up for losing, honestly. Blitz rarely ever gets any type of mythic. It's like super rare. I would have to go to, where is it at? I would have to go over here in order to be able to get that. And that's if I can get there before other people. Otherwise, I literally have no weapons to use. No, I didn't hit him on that one. Alright, so I didn't... Well, okay. There's one. Legendary. Alright. I'm gonna have to go over there. Pikachu mythic weapons. Alright. That should kill him. Oh, and I got that. Yeah, so nothing but mythic weapons here. Alright. Nothing but mythic weapons for you. Ah, he jumped so far. I was trying to... Okay. I did it for this match. Technically. I did use only mythic weapons. Or legendary, you said, right? Mythic weapons. Alright, what was the stats? I mean, I only got 4 kills. It's alright on that one. I won it for you. Alright, let's see here. Let me check on something. Alright. So since I do have work early tomorrow, I'm going to have to actually end the stream early for that. I do appreciate everyone stopping by. It's always appreciated. Let me just let him know. But I do appreciate you stopping by, Cindy. Who else stopped by? Montana, Jason, Valerie, Kid. I appreciate y'all. It is kind of weird after you disconnect from a party, like they've put it so that it's like does this, which is super weird. I don't know why. But yeah, I appreciate everyone stopping by. Always appreciated. So they got the buckled bundle returned. So hopefully, guys, when you pick that up, appreciate if you guys use supported creator code in the Fortnite item shop. That is going to be Jeffrey with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. Definitely got a whole bunch of wins today for you guys. I know that yesterday I got 1 or 2 dubs, so. But that's just kind of how everything rolls. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the stream. It is going to be a short stream today. I do have a lot going on tomorrow, and trying to figure out a couple of different things. I do have to figure out like the voice chat, and I have to edit the audio and fix all those things. So still got a lot more things to work on. So I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Hopefully you guys have a good one. I appreciate if you guys use supported creator code in the Fortnite item shop. It's going to be Jeffrey with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. You could also use that to find me on all the other platforms. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There's more to come. Eventually, at some point, I will kind of explain to you guys kind of like what I've been having going on. But I do have to work on my actual... I am using a 4K camera, but I have to probably download the software. I think it's probably in 720p. But I do have to, I guess, like, fix it so it's not as grainy, and it does stream in 4K. So I have to kind of fix that. But other than that, there's more stuff that I have to add to my streaming software and kind of go from there. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully you're having a good night, Cindy Sue. Ironically enough, you know, your name's Cindy when they have Ghostface. And that was kind of like the first things like, what's your favorite scary movie, Cindy? But it's pretty funny. Appreciate you stopping by the stream, Zach. Appreciate it. And then that's the other thing that I do have to figure out is like how to get my TikTok chat into my main chat and kind of just so I can go from there and not even utilize my phone and you know, just do all that stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm pretty happy that I actually have like an actual button that I can hit on the stream deck to completely stop the stream, as opposed to, you know, having to use like the cursor. Like when I used to do it, I used to have to go when I was multi-streaming. I would have to go onto my Mac and the stream by clicking the mouse and then use my controller to then hit the functionality button and then end the stream through there. But now I can basically just, you know, say whatever I need to do and then just end the stream like that. So hopefully you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys next time.